Oh my God. So first thing we're going to do is figure out where we're going to put the SSD drive, some of the interior components, so that I can kind of figure out how I'm going to run the wiring for the board and these other internal devices. I've got here a silicone power SSD, 2.5 inch SATA 3. It's 120 gigabytes. It was on sale. It was only $110. And we're gonna, there's a couple options for where we can mount this. There's the obvious bays that I'm going to show you in a minute, accessible from the interior. There's also slide out bays in the front, and I'm almost tempted to use the slide out bays in the front, and the reason that I'm considering using the slide out bays in the front is that the wiring for the slide out bays jumps right from the end of that bay to the board, whereas if I go into one of these side loading slots from the interior of the case, then I had to run cable from the back of that slot, and it would pop right out onto the board. And I don't really see that that's necessary. We'll see, but this is it. This thing is light. I am just amazed at how small, light, compact, 120 gig. You know, my phone's 32, so I guess it kind of makes sense. I hope this thing has enough horsepower for my operating system, and the data moves and reads and writes according to the stats on the box. And in comparing this SSD drive to some of the other drives, this drive read faster than some other drives that were in the same price range. It read faster, but it wrote a little bit slower. So example, this drive reads at 550. The other drives read slower at 520. However, this drive writes at 500, and some of the other drives wrote at 520. So I'm getting more read and giving up a little bit of write. Since I'm only going to put the operating system on this and perhaps one other program, I think that the faster read is going to be more beneficial to me. Bear in mind, again, this is what I would consider an economy SSD drive. Yes, that's what I would say. So hold on a second while I take a look at our options for mounting.